Annihilation stars Natalie Portman, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Oscar Isaac, Gina Rodriguez, Tessa Thompson, and Tuva Novotny, and is directed by Alex Garland, who wrote and directed the highly acclaimed Ex Machina from 2015, and he also wrote Danny Boyle's 28 Days Later, Sunshine, and The Beach. Portman plays Lena, a biologist who's widowed to her husband Kane, played by Oscar Isaac, who was drafted to the Middle East about a year ago and has just been gone and unheard of for a whole year. And when he returns all of a sudden, seemingly without memory and in need of hospitalization, Lena is intercepted by a large research vessel investigating a large area known as the Shimmer. The Shimmer is a growing area of land where some time ago something from space, a meteor, hit what was reported to be a lighthouse, and this shimmering envelope just kind of engulfed the whole area and is spreading further and further. Everyone who has so far gone into the Shimmer, military and scientists, have simply never ever returned or been heard of ever again. That is until the return of Kane. Given Lena's love for Kane and the possibility of bringing him back to health, she agrees to venture into the Shimmer to explore. Heading for the lighthouse in the heart of the Shimmer, she's joined by a psychologist, an anthropologist, a paramedic, and a physicist, played in order by Jennifer Jason Leigh, Tuva Novotny, Gina Rodriguez, and Tessa Thompson, to find out what the hell the Shimmer is, how to stop it, or how to keep it safe, etc. So in this review, I may let slip a few spoilers in my discussions of talking about it, not on purpose, but it's just a warning. It's probably best to have seen Annihilation before continuing. This slow burn is going to take its time setting up its characters, world, ideas, and concepts, and it's not going to hold your hand and walk you through it. But for me at least, I found it all reasonably accessible. I didn't find it completely and utterly abstract and ambiguous. I got it, I understood it, and if I can, most people can. So one of the main concepts and ideas in the Shimmer is that all DNA from all different known species has the ability to kind of splice with each other and create these hybrids of plants and animals and humans and all those things, and on paper that idea just sounds kind of cheesy and dumb. Let's make a movie where alligators can splice with sharks and the people have to fight them with their big guns and explosions and chases. But the way this movie tackles those ideas, and within the context of it, it makes it eerie and creepy and mysterious and kind of scientifically, morally, and environmentally questionable. One of my favourite scenes in the movie is when Tessa Thompson's character has her arms exposed for the first time, as through most of the movie she's wearing long sleeves to cover up her scars, and she says to Lena's character, "Ventress wants to fight it, you want to face it, but I want neither." She then turns and walks off, revealing that DNA from plant life has kind of taken over her, and she comes to simply just accept it. And it sounds just cheesy and hokey and kind of lame, but it, like I said, it's eerie and mysterious, and there was just a profound beauty to it. The film's title is an odd one, because it sounds like an action extravaganza, and even hearing the plot synopsis and seeing posters for it, it kind of looks like it too. Jennifer Jason Leigh's character outright says in the film, and to kind of paraphrase here, she says, when the cells split and divide and break and splice, becoming smaller and smaller and smaller until there's just no cells left, the result is annihilation. And that's where the film's title comes from. Annihilation has similar elements to many other sci-fi films, all of which are very different from one another, but which Annihilation can kind of combine to create something really, really unique. But I was reminded in here of Alien, Predator, 2001, AI, Event Horizon, in an almost identical scene to Event Horizon, where the crew kind of find sort of video logs of the previous crew, and there's all this bizarre, horrific, and abhorrent behaviour from them. There.
Okay, so we know what happened to the last group. They went insane. Stop. Miller?
We're leaving.
As well as similar to Event Horizon, the conceptual horrors of just exploring the unknown. There's Under the Skin in there as well, in the last 30 minutes, where it all does become really, really abstract, and it deals with DNA just splicing into clones, and emulation, and sacrifice, and self-destruction, and all this kind of stuff. So in the end, Annihilation is a really difficult film to review without either giving it all away in your explanation, which I probably have, or by making something that in its execution is sort of artful and thought-provoking, but by describing it, it can just sound lowbrow and unsophisticated and dumb. It's hard even remembering all the ideas and concepts and threads and themes, but it's an example of when sci-fi can be complex and out there, and I couldn't recommend it enough. It's definitely a think piece where the sort of story and concepts kind of might outweigh the characters and performances a little, but it's a journey fully worth taking. It's brilliant to look at, visually beautiful and interesting and different and unique, and there's just a lot you can get out of it. It was one where I immediately did want to watch it again and sort of take it more in and kind of understand it better, which is actually a rarity for these sorts of heady films. And I see myself just revisiting it over and over again even now. So yeah, they're my thoughts on Annihilation. Let me know what you thought of it down below, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.